9 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister says trade deficit is reducing, foreign remittances and investments are increasing due to the prudent economic policies of the government. The Foreign Minister and his Saudi counterpart at a meeting in Islamabad today agreed to continue consultations on important regional matters, including the Kashmir issue. Pakistan has urged the world to take notice of India's mischievous activities. In occupied Kashmir, with mercury dropping below 0 degrees Celsius, people are facing severe difficulties due to continuing military siege and lockdown for the last 144th straight day today. 7 migrants from Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh died in a boat sinking incident in Turkey. China, Iran and Russia will hold 4-day joint naval drills from tomorrow in the Indian Ocean and the Sea of Oman. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has said no country can make progress without the elimination of corruption. He was addressing the foundation stone-laying ceremony of Jalalpur Canal at Pind Dadan Khan this evening. The Prime Minister said corrupt elements steal public money meant for the welfare of the common people. He urged the people to stand by him to defeat corrupt mafia in the country. Imran Khan said now the country has come out of a difficult phase due to effective measures taken by the government. He said next year will open up an era of development, progress, prosperity, and job opportunities. He said now the trade deficit is reducing, foreign remittances and investments are increasing. Regarding the grim human rights situation in occupied Kashmir and oppressive policies of Narendra Modi-led Indian government against Muslims and other religious minorities, Imran Khan said he has been warning the world that Modi can do anything to divert the world attention from occupied Kashmir, where 8 million people have been under siege for about 5 months. The Prime Minister said the armed forces of Pakistan are fully prepared to deal with any misadventure from anyone. He said Narendra Modi is committing atrocities not only against Muslims but other religious minorities as well. He said the situation was ripe when Indian people, including Muslims, Hindus, Sikhs and Christians, will stand against Modi's repressive acts. In a tweet, the Prime Minister Imran Khan has urged the international community to wake up before the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh on the move leads to genocide of Muslims that will dwarf other genocides. He said whenever militias like Hitler's Brown Shirts or RSS are formed based upon hatred of a certain community, it always ends in genocide. The Prime Minister also shared a tweet of Suchitra Vijayan, who is founder of New York-based research organization, showing RSS activists marching parade on the pattern of military training in Telangana state of India. Suchitra Vijayan said RSS activists are Nazis in khaki uniform. If the international community remains silent, it will be complicit in endorsing the ongoing violence. The Prime Minister also chaired a meeting on the progress in the construction of important hydropower projects, including Mamand Dam, Dasu Hydropower Project, Darbela 4 Extension, and the Amir Pasha Dam in Islamabad today. Speaking on the occasion, he said the government is committed to ensure implementation of hydropower projects without any delay, and every assistance will be provided in this regard. The Prime Minister directed the ministries concerned to pay special attention on the resolution of the problems regarding these hydropower projects. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi and his Saudi counterpart Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud held a meeting in Islamabad today. They discussed bilateral relations, matters of mutual interest, and regional situation. Speaking on the occasion, Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Pakistan and Saudi Arabia have deep brotherly relations, and the two countries are committed to further expand their relations in diverse fields. The Foreign Minister thanked his Saudi counterpart and the Saudi leadership for backing Pakistan's stance on the Kashmir issue. Both the foreign ministers agreed to continue their bilateral consultations on important regional matters, including the Kashmir issue. The Indian forces have once again resorted to ceasefire violations along the line of control during the last 36 hours, responding befittingly. The Pakistan Army troops damaged the Indian post at Hajipir sector, killing 3 soldiers, including a Subedar, and injuring some others. According to the Director General ISPR Major General Asif Ghafoor, Naib Subedar Kandero and Sepoy Ehsan of the Pakistan Army also embraced martyrdom in Diva sector. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says the entire nation is standing steadfast by the armed forces to defend the motherland. In a statement, he strongly condemned the Indian Army's unprovoked ceasefire violations along the line of control. The Foreign Minister said India's ceasefire violations on the LOC is an attempt to divert the attention from the strong reaction against the controversial Citizenship Act. He said the Modi government is bent upon destroying peace in the region, and even the people of India have rejected the government's extremist thinking. Shah Mahmood Qureshi urged the world to take notice of India's mischievous activities. This is Radio Pakistan. The Prime Minister's Special Assistant on Information, Dr. Firdaus Ashik Awan, has said responsible role of the media is of paramount importance to make China-Pakistan Economic Corridor a success. Addressing a ceremony in Islamabad this evening, she said close coordination among Pakistani and Chinese media is vital for CPAC projects. She said anti-Pakistan narrative with regard to CPAC cannot be defeated without active cooperation of the media. She appreciated Chinese Xinhua News Agency and Pakistan's media's role in this regard. In occupied Kashmir, with mercury dropping below -0°C, the military siege and lockdown of the Kashmir Valley and Muslim-majority areas of Jammu region entered the 144th straight day today. According to Kashmir Media Service, people belonging to different walks of life are facing severe difficulties due to the continued suspension of internet, prepaid phone, and text messaging services for nearly past 5 months. Addressing a protest gathering at Delhi University in India, prominent writer Arundhati Roy said the controversial Citizenship Amendment Act and National Register of Citizens are against the Muslims, Dalits, tribals, and poor people in India. She said the National Register of Citizens was meant to target the Muslims in India. In India, the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh State, Kamal Nath, has termed the controversial Citizenship Amendment Act and the National Register of Citizens as anti-constitutional, anti-people, and anti-religion. Addressing a rally against the controversial legislation by the central government in Bhopal, he reiterated his assertion that both the provisions would never be implemented in Madhya Pradesh under the Congress regime. In Turkey, 7 persons have been killed when a boat carrying migrants from Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Afghanistan sunk in Lake Wan in eastern part of the country. 64 people were rescued and taken to nearby hospitals and shelters. China, Iran, and Russia will hold 4-day joint naval drills from tomorrow in the Indian Ocean and the Sea of Oman. China's Defense Ministry spokesperson Wu Qian, in a monthly news briefing in Beijing, informed that the drill is a normal military exchange among the 3 armed forces and is in line with international law. In Saudi Arabia, 2 terrorists have been killed by the security forces during a raid on their hideout in the eastern city of Dammam. And finally, the weather. Dense fog is likely to prevail in most plain areas of the Punjab and Upper Sindh, while in few districts of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa during the next 12 hours. However, cold and dry weather is expected to prevail elsewhere in the country, while very cold conditions are likely in the upper areas. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk. And you can also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.